Welcome back to Bostin British Fittle, where Maggie and I aim to bring you as many varieties of different British foods as we possibly can. Today we're doing one of Britain's best particular slices of meat with one of its best well-known vegetables. We're doing veal with courgette. This meal contains the rich meat of veal with citrus, grapefruit, rinds, flesh and juice, and finished with slices of courgette. Though probably brought across on trade boats in the 16th to the 19th centuries, the courgette or zucchini went through many meat combinations in England before the English settled on this veal variation. Adding the grapefruit gave it a very sort of worldly appeal, the courgette from Europe and the grapefruit from the Caribbean, and the veal obviously from England. So it was a really good combination of all these different trades coming in to create this British dish. For this recipe, you're going to need some oil, 1 grapefruit, half a pound or 225 grams of veal, a courgette, a knob of butter, and some salt and pepper for seasoning. Okay, in preparation for this dish, you want to get your little veal pieces here and slice them thinly. You want to do the same with your courgette, and you want to peel half your grapefruit into thin julienne slices and keep the other bit to one side. After you've done all that, we're ready to begin. So, as you can see, I've added a little oil to a frying pan. I'll add a little bit more, just a touch. But what I've also done, as you can see, is I have sliced up my courgette. I've sliced up the pieces of veal. I have grated the rind and cut them into thin julienne pieces. As you can see, they're all quite thin. And with the other half of the grape, and with that half that was peeled, I've juiced it. I've also removed the flesh from the other half of the grapefruit. So that's all ready and set. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to switch on the oven to 120 degrees centigrade, that's 250 degrees Fahrenheit, or gas mark 1/2. It's basically just to keep stuff warm, because this meal won't take long. So, let's put the heat on. Go, have quite a high heat. First thing we're going to do is add our veal. Spread it out a bit. You want this to be nicely browned on both sides. This should take just a couple of minutes to do. So I'm still waiting for the veal to brown. So once that's browned, we'll get on to the next thing. Now, as you can see, the veal has browned beautifully on this side. So what you want to get is you want to get bowl of some sort, an oven dish, something small, because you only need to put these pieces in. Let's have a check and see what it's like on the other side. Still needs to go in a bit, I believe. But that is the sort of colour you want. If you've got that sort of colour, then you know that it's going to be cooked through as well, especially as you'll have sliced it thinly, so all the veal should be cooked through. Ah, there we go, as I've turned it you can see, so that bit's done. Pop that in the bowl, have a look at some of these will be done. Might be easier if I move the bowl a little closer. There we go. Have a look at some of these. Yeah, that's good. Try and drain off some of the oil if you can. Oh yeah, beautifully done that piece. That as well. Yeah, they're all browning nicely now. That's done. Yeah, got browning happening on that side and that side. Excellent. Okay. Take them off a bit. So, keeping the heat on with the oil. That dish goes in the oven just to keep it nice and warm. Into this, we now add our little knob of butter. There we go. Let that spread around. Whilst that's doing, we'll add our courgette. Try and get as many of the courgette pieces flat as we can. Spread them out a bit. And it's salted butter I'm using, so it'll be nice spread of the salt will go in here, which is good. Now that we've got them shaped out, and sort of flat on the base of the pan, we're going to add a small amount of the juice. There we go. Bubbling away nicely. We're also going to add our julienne strips. Very nice. Spread them about a bit. A nice citrusy meal this, I feel. So, I'm going to start flipping some of these pieces. Start with some of the thinner ones. That's it. You can see it's soaked up some of the juices of the butter in these, and of course the grapefruit juice, which is what we want. And what with the veal being cooked in here as well, the juices from that veal will have soaked into these as well, really meshing both flavours together. It's looking nice. Smells amazing. So we want to keep the heat up on that for a bit until it's reduced. It's reduced on the one side. So we can turn it around a bit. here. Okay, nice. I'm going to keep that bubbling for a bit until I really see the juice has gone down. And once the juice has gone down, we'll get on to the next bit. Okay, that's reduced enough for me. So now I'm going to add the grapefruit flesh. And we're going to season with salt and pepper. Mix all this in nice and thick. So I'll separate some of that flesh there. Maybe later. So I'm really going to flip them around, keep the juices bursting with flavour here. You don't necessarily need this to reduce because you've got a nice sort of thick gravy citrusy sauce there. Okay, that looks good to me. Spread out a little bit. I'm going to try and separate some of the flesh. There we go. There we go. That's it. Get this spread around. There we go. Okay. And now that we've done this, we're going to prepare for the final stage. Hi guys, before we go any further, please don't forget to follow, like and subscribe my YouTube channel to get updates on all the other British foods I'm going to try. And if you can think of any other British foods that I might like to try, go on to my Blue Sky account, bostinbrickfittle.bluesky.social. And don't forget to also check out my Instagram page for all the British foods that I'll have tried, and you can see all the images on there. All right, thanks very much and enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so that's been bubbling away nicely. I get out my veal pieces from the oven. Pop them onto a plate, like so. Spread them about and, well, sort of centralise them. Then take the contents, they go right over the top. There we go. And we're safe to plonk this. And there we have it. Our veal with courgette. Okay, so I've got some of the julienne rind of the grapefruit along with a slice of the courgette and the veal. Let's give it a try. That citrus punch is immediate. Grapefruit really comes through. The strength of the citrus cannot be underestimated. But the veal and the courgette together really sort of counteract that. Can also almost be an acrid bitter taste, but complements it really, really well. Courgette is beautiful and soft. It's soaked up the juices of the meat and the grapefruit. Veal falls apart. It's juicy. tender. Oh, that's amazing. Not quite the taste I expected from a meal such as this, with that big tang of the grapefruit, but it works so well. But what does the pupper think? What does the pupper think? Okay, so we have some of the courgette with a bit of the flesh of the grapefruit, a julienne rind and a piece of veal. Go on then, pupper. Tell me what you think of that. Ooh, not sure. She's inquisitive and straight in. Is he a bit tangy for you? Oh, yeah, look at that expression. She's not quite sure. Come on, what do we think? She's definitely gone for the veal straight away and tried to get as much as she can. Oh, wow. The julienne strip was the first thing to go. And the flesh of the grapefruit, and she's trying to get well in for the rest. Oh my word, Papa, you have done so well. What do we think to that? That as well. Everything has gone. That is amazing. That's a +1 for this meal. Thank you, Papa.